Getting ready for the 2021 Chicago State women's soccer season with head coach Cristiano Costa. Coach, we got a normal season, a full season coming up after what we went through last year. How awesome is that to hear?
Well, especially after this COVID situation we all facing, I think it's phenomenal to have all these athletes back and be able to work with them. It's an amazing group of girls, and we're blessed to have them here. So excited for the season.
Quick turnaround. You played in the spring, took a little break, and now you're back. What's the most difficult part about having only a few months as opposed to the full year between seasons?
I actually think that the spring season was good to prepare, especially with the returners for sure. They had an idea of what we're gonna do in the fall. So I liked the idea that we actually play in the spring, and then we're gonna be playing again in the fall. I'm a fan of playing all year round, so I didn't mind that at all.
SeatGeek Stadium, you get to run it back at this huge MLS Stadium. For you, what's the most impressive part about playing there?
I think the experience for them. I think it's good, to be in the setup as an athlete, be able to, play in a MLS stadium where, we have the professional teams in Chicago playing. I think it's for them, it's an amazing thing, and I think they all appreciate that. And for us, about the program, I think it's just having them understand what we want them to do, and then, improve our performance every game.
Last year, you played a mostly WAC schedule, and then you'll run it back this year with a WAC schedule, but also a ton of non-conference. What intrigues you most about the non-conference schedule?
I think the non-conference schedule is good to prepare us for the WAC. The main goal for us is to go to the WAC and succeed and be able to qualify to the WAC tournament, and then hopefully win. I think that this year we all on the mindset to go there and make it happen. So I think the non-conference game is going to help us to prepare for that, and be able to go there and just win the games that we need to.
You mentioned the WAC tournament. You got to go last year, first time in program history. Had some incredible moments with the 2 goals down in Phoenix. What stands out most in terms of a memory from last year's WAC tournament?
I think that every second we spend together as a group, it's an opportunity for us to create memories, and the tournament itself was just something remarkable for us. First time in the history of the program that we're able to participate, and just seeing the girls playing and competing, I think that was something that we're looking forward to do the same this year. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to do that this year with the group that we have here. Like I said, we prepare, we practicing every day, and getting ready for the WAC tournament.
You mentioned the group you have here. And let's start with some of the returning core from last season, because you've got a whole swath of players coming back. Just thinking generally, what stands out most about the returning group?
I think the experience of that, then competing and be able to understand the system that we're going to play, they're going to be using, our game model. I think that they finally are understanding exactly what we want them to do. And, I think that it will help us just to help the freshmen, the sophomore class that coming in Chicago State to be able to understand what we want them to do and go there and execute.
What is it that you want them to do? Give me a little bit of the Costa coaching philosophy.
I think it's playing as a unity, right? Like playing as a group and make sure that we go out there and compete together. In the end of the day, it's a sport where we need everyone on board. You can't rely on 1 or 2 people. We have to have everyone believing in the same idea, the same concepts that we apply of the game. So it's just like having that understanding and and going out there and executing what you want them to do from the practice that we have every day.
You're a very defensive-based style, right? You run a possession-based system. What stood out to you most about your defense last year and also goalkeeping?
I think being able to keep the ball, it's very hard because you're under the pressure constantly. You got to be able to be patient, calm down, and be able to move the ball because that's what you want to do. That's our style. So I think that for them is I was proud of them in a lot of moments where they will be able to manage that stress. Like every time they were playing against teams that they have like good forwards that were pressing us high. I just think that I'm excited to see it because we have a lot of good players coming in, and also with the returners, they already understand what we want to do. So it's just like let them go out there and play and have fun.
How did you see your young goalkeeper Stella grow throughout the season?
I think that Stella was one of the players that grew the most, right? She started with no experience in college in the United States, come from the Netherlands, and I think that by the end of the season, she helped us a lot to kept us in some of the games. Of course, mistakes happen, but like we all make mistakes, and we wanted to make sure that we learn from those. In order for us to succeed, we gotta fail, so they can learn from it. So I think this year I'm excited for her as well because she will have a chance to go out there and be a different Stella, right? Just because like it's a different year, different group, like different challenges. So I'm excited for her.
Have you named your captains yet?
No, captains is Lauren Reber. She's a returner. She's gonna be a senior, and we have Carmen Acero, also a defender. She's also gonna be a senior. Those are the two captains we have right now.
And tell me a bit about the leadership that both of them provide.
I think it's great. I think they understand the role. We choose them because of the reason that they can execute their leadership with the group. Like I just that understand how they delegate things among themselves, and I think they help us a lot. It's good to have good leaders. Just because I believe the captains are the bridge between the coaching staff and the group. So whenever the group has something to say, those two girls come to me and ask like, hey, coach, can we, like do this and do that? And we all talk about it. I'm very open-minded in a sense of like having them express themselves. And I think that it's something that we value here.
If you had to describe your team through a food, what food would describe your team?
That's a very good one. I would say lasagna.
Lasagna?
Yeah.
Why lasagna?
Because you have a little bit of everything, I think we are very diversity when it comes to like the background of the team, the group. Like have players from all over the country, players from all over the world. A lot of different backgrounds and experience. So I just think that the diversity is huge into the program that we were able to build into now.
Lasagna. It's a very versatile dish.
It's actually very good too.
You can put different meats, different cheeses,
That's
different
correct.
sauces, multi-layered, hearty. I like a lasagna.
Yes.
Good call, Coach.